you want to talk to me directly, like a lot of people have been messaging me saying, please answer my message. I've texted you. I mean, I've emailed you, and I've got personal questions I want to ask you, and please answer me. And I would love to do nothing more than answer everyone's questions. But unfortunately, I have to make a living. And the only way I could do it is by doing this through Patreon. So go to Patreon. The links are in the description box below here. You can get it off my website and join Patreon. And then you guys can ask me any questions you want, and I'd be happy to answer you. There's all different levels. I can talk to you on the phone. I can answer you through text or messaging, rather. So just let me know what you want to do. I'd be happy to answer questions. And Brendan says he's watching Steve Harvey, and guess what the topic was? Cougars? I'm guessing. I hope. Anyway, how you doing, Highwayman and Bryson? So I thought I'd ask you guys if you could guess the #1 question that I get asked all the time on both Instagram and on YouTube. Just take a wild guess. And if you guessed the right one, the right answer, I will send kisses your way. Thank you for all the hearts on Instagram, by the way. Let's see, I don't know what that means. Okay. No, swingers. Oh, okay. I've been working on smiling at strangers and saying hi, but I only did it 3 times. How Blair you? Thank you for that update. That's awesome. And for those of you, how to catch a cougar, right? Alex. You're absolutely right, Alex. That Alex on Instagram wins, okay? Because that was the #1 question I get asked. And guess what? There's a video that answers that question, and it's on my website, which is pinned here on Instagram, and which you guys know on YouTube is KarenLeePotter.com. No, it's not can I see your boobs, and it's not about penis size. It really is how can I meet a cougar? How can I catch a cougar? How can I date a cougar? How can I have sex with a cougar? Cougar. So I have a video that answers all that, and it's on my website. But for now, I thought I'd answer some questions like that you might have specifically, since I'm on right now for the next half hour. How do you catch a cougar? Exactly, Secret Lover. Everybody wants to know that. They all want to know, hey, Karen, how can I meet a person like you? Hi there, Mr. Pirate Brain. So how do you meet people? I mean, that's the main question. I was thinking about this, and you literally can meet people in your own building. Wherever you live, you can meet people so easily. Thank you for all the compliments, by the way. And yes, I enjoy being a cougar because it's a confident, older, unique, genuine, assertive, and racing woman. Okay, but what I'm trying to say here is that I am taken. I am pretty much like in a committed relationship, and it's over, done with, put a fork in it. But there are so many women out there who I talk to that are similar to me, that are confident, they're older, unique, they're genuine, assertive, and racy, and they're out there, and you guys can meet them very easily. All you have to do is, first of all, watch the video that is on my website, KarenLeePotter.com. But besides how to catch a cougar, all you need to do is what I suggested to How Blair You, which is walk up and start talking to the person. That's what you got to do. You really have to stop dreaming about, oh, I wish I could be that person that can be confident and could walk up and introduce themselves, and instead become that doer. It is that easy. It really is. Thank you so much, MILFman, for saying that I'm so hot. Hi, Kevin. How do you know if a woman is a cougar? How do you know? Okay. One of the reasons I think anybody can realize that if someone is a cougar is if they have a certain air about them that's positive and confident. That's what's exciting. And it doesn't have to be an older woman even. It could just be somebody who is independent and knows their shit. I mean, there's a lot of younger girls that know themselves as just as well. It's not as common because I was thinking to myself, I'm hot, H-A-W-T. Hello there. So I was thinking to myself, what is it why was I like sort of like wimpy and not confident and letting guys like basically like not treat me well when I was, in 19, 20 years old. I remember even when I lost my virginity, the guy didn't call me for a week. I was very hurt. And that's because I was giving out messages that you can take advantage of me. You don't have to be respectful of my time and respectful of me. So older, mature women are so experienced. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't always like this, but I have over the years evolved into this confident person that you see before you. And what I'm trying to say is there's plenty of people out there just like me, but it's more about finding the person that is confident, and the only way you're going to do it is by becoming confident yourself. Thank you for all those hearts on Instagram. And thank you for all the likes that I'm getting on this YouTube video. I'm going to take a moment, the best MILF ever. I'm going to take a momentary break and tell you a little bit what's going on YouTube. It sucks, okay? YouTube is censoring me, censoring a lot of channels, not just me, but especially sex channels. They don't want to be involved with that. They don't recommend me. They don't monetize me, and they are basically becoming a dictatorship. Thank you for all the hearts. So I'm allowed to say whatever I want right now, but just so you know, there's a good chance that things are going to get worse before they get better. So if you go to my Patreon channel, and again, I'm going to put that right here, P-A-T, I talk about it a lot. It's a way that you can stay in touch with me. Patreon at KarenLee Potter, for as little as $1 a month, which I think everybody could support $1 a month, right? For all the value I'm giving you. And that way, if you can we can stay connected that way. I'm really concerned about me not being able to continue this. I may have to actually do a different type of marketing and work and concentrate on that because of the YouTube situation right now, which I didn't even understand it, because I went from like 50,000 views a day a week ago to today it's getting 30,000. So literally 20,000 views are down because of the fact that YouTube doesn't recommend me anymore. So enough of me complaining. Hi, Hurt Locker. What do they object to my channel? Unfortunately, anything sexual is frowned upon by all the advertisers. They don't want anybody talking about sex. They don't want anybody talking about anything political or anything that basically is not PG, not even PG-13. You can't even say, forget about swearing. Forget about saying anything that might not be what the powers that be at YouTube think are acceptable. So it's really, really frightening. Thank you for the hearts on Instagram. So I may be putting all my attention on Instagram in the near future. I don't know. But right now, I suggest you cross-pollinate over here. And Kay Smitty, you didn't miss anything yet, except that we're talking about cougars and my YouTube channel being in trouble. I know I'm not a sex channel, Mr. Pepperbrand. I realize I'm talking mostly about relationships. And unfortunately, America's all messed up, or YouTube is all messed up, and trying to appease the brands who are scared of being associated with sexual content. So in the meantime, I'm representing certain products that are sexual, like the Lilo products, which are vibrators and lube and condoms and the best creme de la creme de sex toys. And if you go to Lilo and type in Karen 15, I think it's Karen or KarenLee 15, you'll be able to, is it KarenLee or KarenLee? Whatever. It'll be in the description box later on, and you can purchase anything you want from them. And again, some of that will go to me. I'm trying. What can I tell you? Thank you about the pendant. And also, I also am sponsored by Promescent, which is a gel that you can make yourself last longer. And who doesn't want to last longer, right? And again, that will be in the description box as well. So, Lip Service does filthy sex talk every day on YouTube. Yes, Stanley, I can continue to do whatever I want to do, but I will not be pushed, and as far as I will not be promoted, and half of my views were coming from being promoted from other channels. I will not be promoted, and I will not be monetized. Let's see, make up the word for sex that only Karen Lee's crew knows about, like Jamaicans use punani. I don't think it will really help at this point. There's literally women who are showing their boobs. Right, everybody can do whatever they want, but you're not going to get any, you're not going to basically get any monetization or promotions from YouTube right now. I think it's going to be okay. It's just a question of if you guys want to make sure that you're not going to lose touch with me. Thank you, Shazar, for saying I'm stunning. If you don't want to lose touch, make sure that you go to Patreon and sign up and be one of my patrons. And I'm telling you, it's well worth it, because I put on private stuff there that you can't even see here on YouTube. Believe me, if I can't do it on Patreon, I can't do it anywhere. Okay, so for everybody watching right now, I got a lot of people on YouTube. Thumbs up, please give me the likes and the hearts and all that kind of stuff. Enough with the commercial break. Okay, YouTube reminds me of the earlier 2000s when they tried to censor kids' cartoons because they had too much violence. Exactly, it's very similar to that kind of thing. It's very Big Brother-like, it's disgusting. But I don't want to keep talking negative because I'm all about positive. Severe, I do give interviews, private interviews. Go to my pinned website and you will be able to join Patreon where I can message you back and forth. I can do phone conversations and whatever. Hey, how you doing, Jay Davis? Okay, so where were we? Oh, we were talking about how is it that people want to understand how do I find an older, confident woman? And I guess the most important person, the most important thing that you could do for yourself as of today, which is the 28th of April, wow, 2017, is to build up your confidence in yourself. Like I talked to Blair. Where is Blair? Blair. How Blair you and I have a little deal that he's going to walk up to talk to people that he doesn't know. And all you need to do is say hello to that person. That's it. It doesn't have to be even a woman. It could be a guy. It could be a child. It could be anyone. Just talk to a human being, smile, say hello, and try to do that as much as possible. First of all, you're going to make a lot of new friends that way. But besides that, it gets you comfortable talking to women. And that's the main thing. It's like it has to be second nature for you to walk up and to talk to people. So what do you guys think about that? Let's start with that. Hurt Locker, in my opinion, on YouTube's new algorithm because more people are interested in YouTube than other things, so they lowered it in hopes of it not happening. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but, well, for whatever reason, let's get back to what do you think about saying hello to people on the street, meeting new people, sharing, just having a conversation with someone and getting your confidence up so that you will be able to walk up to women and do the same thing. Okay, so before I hear, I'm still getting more on the discussion about everybody saying that this will pass because YouTube needs us and the multinationals killed Napster and MySpace. YouTube will not kill their brand. Hang in there, Karen, please. No, Mr. Piperman, I'm going to hang in there, but I'm just saying I can't guarantee how long this is going to last, and I can't guarantee financially I can continue to do this either. Are you going to be my friend? Okay, so back to what I will do for you guys. I will message you back and forth on Patreon. I cannot, and every single day I get at least 2 to 3 messages, either tweets or Instagram or emails of people asking if I can answer their questions personally. They don't want to pay me. They just want to take my time up. They think their question is more important than anybody else's. And I understand. I would ask for free advice whenever I could if I got away with it. But I think my advice is valuable. I think my time is valuable. And so if you want me to answer your personal questions, it's not anything personally against you. Fuck that, right to Milkman69. Fuck that. If you want me to answer your personal questions, all you got to do is join Patreon and you'll figure out how to do it there, or you can get personal coaching from me, which is really good. Ask anybody that has ever had coaching from me. You got to pay to play exactly to Milkman69. If you want to have some questions answered and some coaching, I would love to help you out. I love doing it. I enjoy helping people, but I can't do it for free. It's not fair to me. So how many people hate it when strangers talk to them? They get serious and rude. So many people hate it here, believe you. Okay, you know what? Don't take anything personally. Move on to the next person. If they're serious and rude, move on. But keep doing it. I promise you it's going to help you in the long run. How Blair you. Please keep me updated too. Now, if I ask you to keep me updated, that means keep me updated. And if you're having a few of them, there are strangers that are going to look at you like, why are you bothering me? I mean, I've been stalked on the street by people. Believe me, I was actually stalked from a guy in a wheelchair. It kind of upset me that he was following me down the street in a wheelchair. But even if he was walking, it would bother me. But it still is a nice thing to be able to have a conversation at a stoplight. So when I was at the stoplight and he was asking me like, oh, where are you going, blah, 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 I was answering questions, but after that I moved on. Stanley is joining Patreon. Yay, Stanley, yay! So do you understand what I'm saying? There's a way that you can approach someone, say hello, how are you, have a nice day, and move on. And then there's a way to stalk someone walking down the street. That's the difference. So you want to make sure that you're not weird stalkerish. Canadian Daily, you finally got here. I'm so happy to see that. And Highwayman is giving suggestions to how Blair you is. Just be careful. Just do it in the right way, not the creepy way. Okay? And, okay. Stanley is joining Patreon. And Stanley, please let everybody know how much you love Patreon once you join it, because I think everybody on Patreon really enjoys doing it. Was he a bum? Yes, he was. I mean, was he a bum in the sense that was he homeless? He was, yeah, he probably was, unfortunately. But still, that's not the point. Thank you for the compliments on Instagram, and thank you for all the hearts. Yay, that's very sweet. Okay, so yes, a little bit of a creeper. You don't want to be a creeper, but you do want to be able to say hello to people. So, you know, again, I want to tell you a story about like when I was in my single days, and I was hanging out, you know, like I'd go on dates with younger guys, and the guys would say, how can I find someone who's as cool as you, Karen? You know, like that's my age. And that is like, that's what I'm trying to say here is you can be with women that are very similar to me, but you have to find them. And the way you find them is, first of all, by having that confidence yourself. Because I wouldn't be with guys that were not confident. It's really important it was important for me to be the one that when the group of guys were near me, and I said, okay, which one of you guys wants to dance with me? That the guy that stepped up to the plate, that's the guy I ended up with. So if you understand what I'm talking about, you need to have that confidence, especially if there's a woman showing you attention. Be confident. It's going to help you so much. You're going to find that person if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for like a insecure, shy, needy person, then you're not going to, that's not how you're going to find that person. But if you're looking for someone who is much more outgoing and has has her shit together, then you're going to have to step up and be that person. Another guy just recently asked me for some help, and he said, what do? I'm 30 something years old. I live at home with my parents, and I'm overly excited about sex. And I answered him real frankly, and if you're on right now watching, I'm going to answer you again right here. You got to get out of your parents' house. You got to be self-sufficient. No girl's going to want to go back to your parents' house with you. So you have to get out of your parents' house. You have to be able to have some pride in what you do for a living. You have to know, you know, what your goals are. You want to be passionate about something. Those are all things that are going to be attractive to any woman, but especially an older woman, because that shows that you got your shit together. So if you're just joining me, make sure you put your thumbs up here, liking this video. If you're watching it later, hi Bowman, how are you? If you're watching this later, please don't forget to like it and put your comments and questions in the comment section, because I will use the most creative questions on my next video. I mean, either in my next video or in our next live chat. So I go through all the questions and comments, and then I decide on what topics to use. And then a lot of times they'll switch around once I get on the topics on Instagram and YouTube, like right now. So Mr. Pirate Brain, I always think he has very astute questions and comments. If men get pussy off their mind, it will be easy to walk up and talk to them. Have sex on the mind, women sense it. And it's like a Jehovah's Witness knocks on your door and asks, have you heard the good news? Exactly. Women, like I sense the guy following me down the street was looking more for me to go out with him or whatever he wanted from me than it was just to say hello. So that's the difference. How Blair you've got to be comfortable saying hello without being prowling. Okay, I'm not, you understand? Older women aren't afraid to be affectionate with me. They like the fact that I'm 26. Well, there you go. Then keep that up. That's good. Then that's a great thing that you found women that are willing to, you know, be with you and want to be with you because you're not afraid of them, I guess. So how should I go about getting more all from my girlfriend? That's a good question, MVF02. I guess you need to start talking to her about it, and don't make oral just like, I would say a good way is don't make oral just about oral. incorporate oral into your sex. So like if you are having sex and you're going down on her, then you could say, hey, how about it's my turn right now? But if you say, hey, bitch, I want a blowjob right now, obviously it's not going to work that well. I hope that helped. All right. Is it fair for me to say people who ask if I'm dating, it's okay to say I'm trying to figure stuff out? And I'm not dating. Is it fair to? No, I think you can say, yeah, Jason. Is it okay to say you're trying to figure something out? Yeah, you can say I'm trying to figure something out. But I also think you could just say I'm dating. I'm dating around. I'm dating as many people, as I want to right now. So you could also say I'm definitely interested in meeting new people. Get the word out there that you're interested in meeting new people. Dylan is saying, please ask relevant questions. Let's see. Well, I've been using your advice and I've been successful talking to my friends and I've been building attraction. Hurt Locker, awesome, awesome, awesome news. So Hurt Locker, what exactly do you think really helped you? I mean, do you think it really helped just being more friendly or asking more questions or being a better listener? What is it that helped you? And Highwayman says, get out of your mom's basement. You really need to get out of living with your parents. That's a huge thing because who is going to want to go back to your parents' house? So if you like a younger guy, what is the number one thing he can do to turn you or another cougar off? I would say, MILFman, the scariest, most disgusting thing, I hate being with someone who's needy and stalkerish and constantly texting, and it gets to the point where you want to just say, okay, you're creepy, bye. So that would be the worst, number one thing to turn a cougar off, is to be that kind of guy. So don't do that. Let her have the last text. I always say that. Let the other person have the last text, so that keeps someone like, oh, why didn't she text me back? What's she doing, It's not a game. It's just saying, okay, let him figure it out. Let's see. Is it, okay, I don't know where we were there. Oh, I'm sorry. My wife's girlfriend wants to have sex. Do you think she'll tell your wife? Yes, I do think eventually it's going to come out. GSXR. Be very careful about doing that without telling your wife what's on your mind. If you have an open relationship, that's one thing. This person, Mo Terry, said I'm a fucking witch. So Mo Terry, I'm going to, how about this? I'm going to hide story from Mo Terry. Because, once again, there's always mean people on here, and I don't understand that. Love your porn films. Okay, well, I don't know which porn films you think I'm in, but I'm glad you love them. Let's see. They pinch my cheeks and rub my shoulders. I feel special. How about you? That's awesome. All of the stuff that we were talking about, Hurt Locker is saying, is what's helped him. Great. There was a thing on Facebook that said if you want more oral, you have to give the best oral you can and more of it. Yeah, I think you're right, Mr. Pirate Brain. The more you give, the more you'll receive in anything in life. I mean, whether it be oral sex, whether it be a massage. Like if you really want my secret, the real secret of how you can get a woman to want to give you oral sex or want to have more sex with you or any of that stuff, and I figured this out a long time ago when I was married, give her a good massage. Okay? Milkman69, no, women just don't take. You're just picking the wrong women. Give her a good massage. And literally, that will pay off in so many ways. It puts her in a very relaxed sexual mood, and it gets her very loving towards you, and she might want to give you a massage back, and there's a lot of really good things about giving massages. I'm watching from Leonard. Okay. What's going on here? Milfman had a great question, but Mr. Pirate Brain is, okay. Hurt Locker, and what's the best way to ask a girl about her not texting me back? Oh, and I think he's got you confused with KarenLee, a male porn star. Okay. He probably has me confused with Nina Hartley because we always get confused. Okay, back to this question about Hurt Locker. Fake hipster, are you late? Yeah, I'm almost done. 3 more minutes. What's the best way to ask a girl about her not texting me back? Okay. Because I don't even think you should. How about this? Don't even ask her. Don't bring that even up. Because if she's not texting you back, either she's playing a game with you, in which case you'll figure that out pretty soon. She's busy. She forgot about the text altogether, because sometimes someone texts me and then later on I'm like, oh shit, I never texted that person back. Don't even ask her about it. You can, if you're concerned, just later on, much later, if you wait for her to text you, and if she hasn't texted you, then you can text her back. But to me, let some time go by. If you had the last text and she hasn't texted you back, most likely she's not that interested. She's not that into you. I hate to say that. If she's into you, she will text you back. Trust me. So just don't put all your eggs in that one basket. Hurt Locker, what do you think of that idea? What's going on here? My ex hates sex and has been being touched 15 years, and she's found another guy. Okay, what's the question? She's your ex. Yeah. Let me find out what you want to know about that. You love Nina? Yeah. Okay. So let's see. If I see this cougar at a gym and I approach her, this is from Dylan, how does she feel? And how does she feel about people witnessing that this younger person is chatting up a cougar? Like, what's going on through her head? Good question. First of all, I think she'll be flattered. Whenever I'm like out somewhere and some young guy's talking to me, I'm flattered. I mean, like, that's really sweet. If she's not interested in talking to you, she might like say, gotta go, and she'll pick up her phone. Or she might say, I'm meeting somebody, it was nice talking to you. She'll end the conversation. How does she feel about people witnessing her? I don't think if she's a confident person, she's not gonna give a shit what people think about her. That's how I feel. So I definitely think the more people you approach, not like if you go to one person and she shuns you, and then you go to the next person, she shuns you, and then you go to the next person, she shuns you, and all these women are watching you do this. Obviously, you're going to look like a tool bag. So everything's got to be done like really tactfully and smoothly. But if you have missed one, go get another. I tell you guys my mom's favorite line: guys are like a bus, miss one, catch another. So I could say the same thing about women. Women are like a bus, you miss one, catch another. Hurt Locker said, most of the time I don't bother her anyways, and I have done that where I wait for her to text and it works. So if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Hurt Locker, so you got your answer there. You were doing the right thing. You know, again, even if you text her and she forgot that you texted her, if you're on her mind, then she's going to come, why haven't I heard from Hurt Locker in the last day or so? I'm going to go look through my last text and figure out, what's going on there? Oh, I better text him because I missed that last text. You get what I'm saying? Stroking the Cucumber, great channel. Thanks, T-Joe. Glad you let me know about that one. Okay, so we're running out of time because it's already been 1.5 minutes overtime. So this is the problem. I get all these people like saying, can I call you? Can I text you? Can I email you? Yes, you can. It's all done through Patreon. Okay. So once again, I'm going to put it right here. Patreon/KarenLee Potter. Patreon is the coolest. It's a page, like a little website that's done through like a Kickstarter type of program. And what they do there is they allow me to have my own form and messaging capabilities with people. There's different tiers on Patreon that you can join, and that way you can become one of my crew over there. And Dylan, you're welcome for my time. You just try to make it to the streams. Well, like I said, I would like to continue these live streams, but if I don't get support on Patreon, it's going to be really harder and harder for me to do it. So if anybody has some extra money, go to Patreon, sign up, help me out here, and I will continue to give you guys quality advice for free on these two platforms. I love you, and don't forget to like this video if you're watching it later on. And if you're watching it later on, I'd love to know what your comments, concerns, questions, suggestions, everything. And I will be happy to answer any of these questions on Instagram or on YouTube later on. And I love you all. Mwah! Keep spreading the love and the likes and the comments. Bye-bye.